If you're a software business owner, you want to get your users from being free users to paid users. You want them to upgrade, subscribe to a higher tier of product. We're going to talk about how email helps the onboarding process here today. This is the Dropkick Copy YouTube channel. Keep watching. If you're here looking to learn how to write the actual emails, then that's more of a copywriting thing. I'm going to make a video for that separately. Look for that too. This video, though, I'm talking more broadly about the onboarding process and how email fits into that, the context within which onboarding occurs, and the types of emails you want to send, right? So there's about 7 types of emails that I'm going to talk about in this video. So there's a context around which onboarding takes place, right? The user is always looking to transform their life for the better. For some reason, they've discovered your advertising, your marketing, and they've decided to try your app. So they're giving you a chance. Why are they giving you a chance? Because they've already got a life that's working a certain way. They've got a set way of doing things. You're saying, hey, if you migrate your attention and your data to this app, we're going to fit in your life and in the most convenient way possible and transform your life in the process for a good price at great quality, right? More or less, that's what you're trying to ideally promise somebody. So people sign up, they want to transform their life for the better. You've got to make sure they stick around long enough to transform their lives, or else they churn. You got to make sure that they keep feeling the benefits of the transformation over a lifetime, or they churn. So there's a context to this stuff. Your email could be in the inbox, and I open my inbox on a Sunday night, Monday morning, and I'm just looking to clear clutter. I'm just looking to clear emails. If it's not urgent, it's deleted, right? Your inbox is arriving in that your email is arriving in that context. So that's something to consider. The goal of an onboarding sequence is 2 things. The overall sequence is to get people from free to paid. The set of comms that you distribute to your free users, the goal of that is to get them from free to paid. The individual goal of each of the emails in the sequence is to get them inside the app. So when we talk about email onboarding for SaaS applications, it's always about getting them into the app. It's in support of the app. In fact, most apps, as you know, have inbuilt tutorials and tours and demonstrations and knowledge that can get people to their first win, so to speak. So we want to the email needs to be in support of that. Get them inside the app, get them to that first major transformational moment for the better that encourages them to stick around and try the full version of the app. That's what the goal is here. Okay, so assume you've done your research, you know the user, you know what type of journey they're on. You can predict that, hey, if they accomplish these few tasks, their likelihood of success is very high. Their likelihood of staying as a paid user is very high. If you can identify those things, you're ready to write your emails. There's about 7 emails that you can build from this data. You got your welcome email. You've got team introduction emails. You've got helpful links you can send, knowledge-based stuff. You've got tutorials. You can send case studies. And you got the emails that you send towards the end of the trial period. And also emails that you send after the trial period ends. Right? A post-trial period set of emails can be sent. We're going to talk about this right now. So the welcome email will be the first email you send. First, you want to thank them for signing up. But more than thanking them, you want to assure them. You want to get them hype. Assure them about what? You want to assure them that a transformation is possible. You made the right decision. This app is great for that, whatever it is you want to achieve. Try it. Try the app. What to try? Okay, here's these features. This is where you hype yourself on. Here, try these features. Try those features. And what you suggest will obviously be linked to their customer journey if you know about your customer. The top 5 actions they need to take that's going to get them closest to their first win, that's the actions they need to be taking. That's the actions you need to be suggesting they take. The welcome email is ideal for that. Do not overwhelm them. There's most likely an in-app tour that they can sort of start off with, right? So you don't need to blow their minds with a whole bunch of tricks and techniques. Just get them in the app. So that's how the welcome email needs to flow. At the end, there should be a link to the app, obviously. And Stuff like brand voice, I tend to hear a lot of people getting concerned with brand voice and the style of the copy. It's not necessary to worry about that too much. It can be refined later. Once you get the basic building blocks of the email, all that stuff can be improved and refined later. Reserve one email to introduce the user to somebody from your team. I'm fully in favor of introducing them to your customer success agent or some sort of customer service representative, somebody on a first name basis. Even if it's an avatar and it's an automated thing, give them the impression that, hey, we're real people behind this app. You can reach out to us anytime, which is what you want, right? Seed the idea that there is a human who is going to be in touch with you later, at the very least, to get your feedback. You can do that early on in the onboarding sequence. Personalization is good, relatability is good for branding. It helps your app stand out among the rest. Because there's, sometimes you don't have a moat. Your app is, people just copy your app. There's multiple versions of your app. Your app does something that everybody else does. What's going to differentiate it and keep people coming back to you is the things like branding and the customer experience. So introducing them to team members leans into that, right? The other thing you can do is introduce them to some sort of influential team member, somebody who writes a lot, somebody who's on podcasts a lot, somebody who speaks on stage a lot. That person is going to hype the user and remind the user that, hey, this app has a vision. This app has great team members behind it. That guy speaks really knowledgeable about this subject, knowledgeably about this subject. I should give this app a try. They seem to know what they're talking about. All these ideas, seeding ideas, can happen in a team introduction email. Sending the user a helpful link in an email is obviously a good thing to do, but you got to think about how much information you're giving them and what you're talking about, what type of information you're giving them. So I'll give you an example. I subscribe to an email list. The person emails every month. What they do though is they send a link dump. It's just a bunch of information, stuff that they've been researching, stuff that they've learned about. They're sharing it with me. Now the thing is that email arrives randomly once a month in my inbox, and I'm busy doing other things. So is the writer of this newsletter expecting me to go through all of that? It's a prime candidate for being deleted. It's a very deletable email. You don't want to be that. When you send helpful links, don't overwhelm the user. Keep in mind the context. It could be a Sunday night, Monday morning. They're just looking to clear the clutter. Your email could be the clutter. And it's not that the email lacks value. It's just there's too much to read. I can't do it right now. I can't deal with this right now. So don't overwhelm the user. The user is most likely already overwhelmed with their day-to-day tasks. Keep the link content specific. Try to link back to the app, something in the app. If there's an in-app FAQ help section, link back to that and keep it specific. If you, again, voice of customer data, customer user data is very useful here. What are they trying to do? What problems do they typically have? What links and information and knowledge can get them across any types of hurdles? Those are the type of things that go in a general helpful link email. Just don't overwhelm them. That's all. Case studies are a great type of email to send. What you're looking for is users that have used the app to transform their life, right? And you want their stories. Chances are the user you're emailing has a similar goal in mind, and seeing somebody else do it, because we learn by imitation and mimicry, right? That's why we have mimicry as humans, right? So whenever we're always looking for the exemplar. If you can find exemplars in your community, bring them out. Now is a perfect opportunity to get into rich media, videos, audio, right? Even high quality PDFs, whatever it is. Give them rich media that they can take away. There's moments in their day where they're not in front of a computer and they want to, put something in their ears that's going to propel them forward in life, not waste their time, right? So listening to a case study is a beautiful thing. If you can have that ready for them, this again goes back to this idea of doing research, knowing your users, the ones that are already paying. Why are they paying? What made you subscribe? What made you upgrade? Oh, really, you're in this business and when you use the app this way, it solved it this way. Or you're an athlete and when you use this app, it made your running better. That's cool. Somebody else might like to know that, So keep in mind the context. The person you're emailing, he or she is busy in their day. They want to try the app. They want to transform their life. It's just, they keep getting distracted. They try the app a little bit on a weekend, but it's the middle of the week now. Or I don't know if I'll have time. The case study is another powerful type of reminder that's going to get them inside the app, getting to their first win, which is what you want them to do. So pivoting off of this idea of rich media is something we consume, at various moments in our day, right? If I'm at work and I'm in inbox mode, I'm just looking to read. It might not be the right time for me to pull out my earphones and listen to some video. It might not be the right time for me to watch something, listen to a podcast. Yes. So nevertheless, we do it. So there's moments in people's day that are reserved for just entertainment consumption or passive consumption. They're not looking to get in your app. They're just looking to watch something. You could have video content ready for that moment. The ideal thing to put in that video is obviously something educational, but also entertaining, something colorful, infographic-ish, right? It's ideal for those situations. Perhaps the person will be reminded to watch it, and in that moment, they will get over a hurdle they've had with regards to what they're doing with your app. Or they may get re-inspired to open up your app when they're at their computer next. So use video well. It is useful. There are moments in people's days where they'd like to consume a video, they'd like to consume something passively, they'd like to consume rich media. The other thing you can do with video is use it when you're introducing them to somebody from your team. Remember, I talked about team introduction emails. Well, let's say you introduce them to a team member. John is going to contact you. He's your customer success guy. A couple of days later, John hits them up with a Loom video. Hey, I am actually John. I exist. I care about you. I care about your success. Let me know if you need anything. Perfect for a customer success, customer support sort of person, right? That Loom video email is going to be something that you can play with throughout the user's journey. If you discover that the user's stuck somewhere, struggling somewhere, you can use the relationship that you've established with the customer people. Say, hey, I'm John checking in with you again. Here's how you can do the thing you got stuck with. Let me show you my screen. Boop, 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 boop. So play with the video in creative ways. Just understand that there's a context to when rich media is consumed. So the day or two before the trial ends is very critical. Ideally, you've been seeding ideas into their mind through the onboarding sequence. Ideally, they've been in the app and tried it. Ideally, they've incorporated it into their lives and felt how it could be if I just switched to this app over the others. So they've invested time. They've sunk some time into it. So now you want to put the idea that, hey, we've got this compelling offer for you. You like it so far, you don't like it. But if you don't like it, we have to find that out. That's also necessary in this trial period. But say they like it, you like what you've experienced so far. Here's the offer. If you pay this much, this is going to happen. It's going to transform your life even further. You get these extra benefits. You get access to this level of experience in the paid version. Are you ready to pay for it? You want to seed that idea in the day or two before the trial ends, and then ramp up your urgency. So here's where copywriting shines. Here's where the copywriting stuff really, really shines. You want to sell hard. Most business owners don't want to sell hard. They don't want to seem cringy, but it works. It's just about deploying the techniques and the tactics at the right time. So, on the day of the trial ending, you might be sending, if it ends at 5 in the afternoon, in the evening, you might send them an email at 1 in the afternoon. And you might send them one at like 8 in the morning. That's, you're being a bit urgent about pushing the sale, right? And if you're doing your copywriting well, you'll have creative ways of compelling them to not only open the email, but really consider paying for the app. Investing in the offer, right? Investing in their success. So ramp up urgency. apply solid copywriting and sell hard. Okay, the trial's over. They didn't sign up for nothing, man. They left you high and dry. They disappeared. What do you do? Is that it? Is that churn? Churn got you. Well, the thing is, the user is always open. And I'm gonna riff a bit here, so just hear me out. Let's say they didn't sign up for anything. You did a good job with your customer success and mark and research, right? You managed to, even though the person didn't sign up, you managed to get them on a call or get them to write you some feedback about your app, and you've gone and now implemented those changes in your app. And there's a version 2.0 or a 3.0. That same user would, they'd be open to hearing about what you have to say now, especially if you personalize it. You're like, hi, so-and-so, we took the feedback you gave and we made the changes like this. Check it out. Here's a quick 1-day trial, just 2-day trial, 3-day trial. Click the link now, just go and just fiddle around, check it out. That's it. So these are like re-invite emails. You can always re-invite people. You don't have to bug them. Every time there's something for them worth hearing about, send it to them. Remind them that this app, you use this app, you know this app, it works and it works better now. And in fact, after you left, we've gone on to have more wins. We have more users. There's more case studies. And we've changed and we've evolved. All these things reignite interest. Reignite interest, right? So this type of email is very in the late stages of an onboarding sequence, but it's still part of onboarding, because if a free user did not onboard, but they've tried the app, then you can segment them into a certain group and say, these people we're going to contact them 30 days from now, 6 months from now, when we have something new to say, and when we have a reason for them to log back in and try it again, right? All right, just to recap, email onboarding works in support of SaaS apps. SaaS apps usually have inbuilt onboarding features, stuff that helps the user navigate and get familiar with all the features in the app. But email is what we communicate to the user when they're not using the app. Email is what information we seed into the user when they're not in the app. And that's how we get them inside there, trying things out and not giving up on us. Because apps take time to learn and the transformation is not immediate. So we want to get them in there, transforming their lives, feeling the change, that before and after picture of, hey, there was my life before the app and there's my life after the app. We want that to happen, but that's only going to happen if they're inside the app. So every email's purpose is more or less to get them in there. And the onboarding emails sit as part of a larger onboarding sequence where the goal is to get somebody from being a free user to a paid user after having tried it firsthand. That's that way, towards the end of the trial period, when we sell hard and we present the decision in front of them, okay, you've used the thing for now. Are you ready for the upgraded version, for the elevated experience? You have all the information you need to make the decision. Now it's yes or no, very simple, right? So that's kind of what we're trying to do. Hopefully this has helped you understand how to think about onboarding emails. Writing it is a different thing. I'm going to cover that in another email. Thank you for watching this video. Like the video to help your algorithm show you more videos like this, like ours, and more from us. Subscribe to stay up to date with what we're doing, and leave a comment if there's anything I haven't covered, or if you've got like more knowledge to add on top of this. I'd love to hear your opinions. Thank you for watching. This has been the Dropkick Copy YouTube channel.